Bonjour, bonsoir, chers amis. Bonsoir, Richard.
Bonsoir, Jean-Paul.
Comment ça va?
En pleine forme.
We are in the Wappo Hill kitchen, dear friend. I'm with the famous, fabulous, and Farnabest chef named Farnabe. It's a new name, Farnabe, Farnabest. It's a good name.
It's a good name.
And tonight we have friends coming over. Chef came all over from New York after an incredible history with... How many great chefs did you work with?
Three top chefs. I would say three top chefs.
Who were they?
And of course, Jacques Maximin from France, Daniel Boulu from New York, and Mr. Jean-Jean Van Gersten as well from New York.
So those are only Frenchmen.
Oh yeah, oops. Yes, all Frenchmen and all left-handed like me.
And like me.
Oh wow.
Oh, for sure. I cannot hold a knife on the right.
Me too. I cannot do anything with the right one.
So tonight we have a great group of friends coming over. And dear friend Chef has been working in the world of caviar as well with Petrosian and a few other phenomenal caviar makers. And therefore is very used to amuse-bouche, or what we say sometimes canapé. So they're coming and we're going to show you what we're preparing as little bites.
Little bite, little canapé, amuse-bouche. So tonight, for the guests, we are going to have some smoked salmon, some, of course, JCB Caviar.
Beautiful smoked salmon.
Yes, outstanding JCB Caviar, the Classics edition. Some foie gras au torchon, and some soppressata from Jean-Charles as well. So let's see what we are going to do with that.
So now, obviously, we're going to be enjoying a beautiful wine, dear friends, that we created, Richard, for this occasion. And I would love for you, one, to taste the wine, and two, we'll taste it as well with a little bit of the caviar as well. So we can have, I think, a great idea of, you know, obviously, better done by the chef. So this wine, dear friends, was actually crafted only with the idea to have it with caviar. So it's quite amazing. It's the JCB Caviar. So there's no caviar inside, of course. There's Chardonnay and Aligoté from Burgundy. And it's a wine we've made over the last 3 years with a great dosage, vibration, lightness, illumination. And it's a wine that is going to match beautifully with this dish. So,
Chin chin.
chin chin. What do you think?
Oh wow. Oh wow. And the wow effect. That is fantastic.
Incredible balance, huh? Very pristine finish. So now, we're going to indulge in front of you. I want Chef Farnabe to tell us what he thinks with the caviar.
Oh, wow. Caviar and champagne. I mean, you cannot go wrong.
It's kind of a dream, isn't it?
Yes. Wow. The combination is fantastic.
And why do you think it's so good?
I mean, I think the acidity of the champagne just balances perfectly the caviar.
Yeah. And the perfect saltiness on the caviar. Huh? Well, very nice. So, dear friends, you know, you start that way. And then we prepare. So, Chef, show us how you're going to do it. I've put our favorite Jeff Koons Fabulous Bernardo plates, Banality series from Koons. As you can see, it's one of his sculptures. We love that because as people enjoy the little amuse-bouche, then they can discover the beautiful artwork, which is so fun.
Okie dokie. So let's have this fantastic plate and let's do some smoked salmon and blinis.
So you've made the blinis.
The blinis has been made.
So it's a little crêpe pancake, so is it different than the pancakes?
It's a different than a pancake.
Okay, give us the clues.
Just it's the same ingredient as the pancake: flour, eggs, And in that blinis, we add yeast and meringue, the savory meringue. You whip the egg white inside your batter, and you have to let him raise to be able to do the blinis, so it's nice and fluffy.
Wow.
Nice and fluffy. The pancake is fluffy, but it's more dense than the blinis. Blinis more fluffy, yeast flavor to go with the smoked salmon.
More aerial.
Exactly.
More air.
More air inside. Yeah, definitely. It's not about the blinis. It's about what you put on the blinis.
That's right.
The pancake is only about the pancake. Here is about what you put on the blinis. So what we are going to put on the blinis is smoked salmon and caviar.
Are you putting a little bed, a little mattress of crème fraîche?
Hello? On est en France, isn't it? So we start by the crème fraîche, of course.
Look at this. It's
It's
so
fun.
adorable. So you don't put too much, which is nice.
No, just
Dear friends, you could see that.
the crème fraîche is just the fattiness, the creaminess to cut the saltiness of the smoked salmon or the caviar. So we are going to be smart. We are going to do some with only smoked salmon, and some with smoked salmon and caviar, and some with only caviar. I mean,
Ooh, so you really
You know,
mathematically
we can play
covering
around.
all your options here.
yes, just for the ladies that don't like the fishiness of the caviar, they just have only smoked salmon. And gentlemen like you and I will have both of them.
Yes. Well, you might as well go for both, right? And you say ladies because in general caviar could be a little fishy for them.
Yes, maybe caviar can be fishy for them. I would not say fishy. Strong flavor
Yes.
of the ocean. Some ladies don't really like this.
You know, chef, what I love to do, unlike you, is look at this. My name was on it. Oh. I don't know how chefs do when they don't eat at the same time. I cannot stop eating when I'm in the kitchen.
Yeah, because we in the kitchen, don't tell you how long we in the kitchen, but all day long, in the first 2 hours we pick all day, and after that, that's it, it's enough.
Yeah.
Enough, it's enough. All day, eating all day.
So you pick it actually.
We pick. We never have a full meal, we just pick. We pick a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a taste of this, a taste of that, like making wine. It's a little bit of white wine, a bit of red wine, match and go, and you know what it is, but you're not really drinking, you're just picking.
That's it.
Yeah, to taste the flavor.
Which I find so fun to do. Look already, we've done 3 options and it looks amazing. And I really recommend all of you, dear friends, to do little amuse-bouche of that delicate level. If you love wine, you want it small, you want it beautiful, and you want it multi-layered taste, which I think is essential because I'm not a big fan of serving cheese and all those big platters as an appetizer. It's not my thing. You know, because then you interrupt obviously the cycle of and the rhythm of the dish and the courses, because you go too heavy at first and then you don't have the same mouthfeel and palate. Don't you agree?
I agree 100%. It's for that we're calling amuse-bouche. That is to amuse your palate just before a big meal. Opening your palate to flavor wine, champagne just before the meal.
And here we've done 3 versions. So describe what each will do.
Well, you have just the smoked salmon smoked salmon in crème fraîche. So just the saltiness of the smoked salmon and the fattiness of the crème fraîche just give you the balance in your palate to accommodate what's coming next.
Yeah.
With the champagne, with your first appetizer, usually a salad or soup. So your palate is adequate, is accommodated to this type of foods coming up. Otherwise, you can have caviar and smoked salmon. So you get ready for something a bit more rich. For foie gras, I mean, you just have your lunch. You didn't have any meal for 8 hours, and you jump to a big meal, and you just get foie gras in the first course. Your brain don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Your palate need to adjust. So here it is, a canapé. The amuse-bouche is to accommodate it, to set you up for your first course, your first meal, a little bit of champagne to be ready for the next glass of wine, the next appetizer, and to make your body ready for it.
And this preparation that you're describing is the same as wine. You know, this is why we often start with bubbles. Crémant de Bourgogne in our case here, champagne, or something light, so you really bring and adjust your palate to what you're going to be tasting next. And we typically go crescendo, you know, light, acidity, minerality, richer, and bang, bang, bang. And you go up, just like the music, right?
Yes.
And I think that's very important. Often, as you said, you get hammered with something too big
Yes.
and too powerful, and then you lose interest in the meal.
Definitely. It's what we make meal, we make different courses, we just think about it. It's just not putting something together and say, oh, let's having this. We just have to calculate it, not to overpowering your palate and not killing you with a meal. So we're getting slowly, we progressively going to the top of the mountain with the heavy one, but we start nicely and slowly to not to hit you with the big one.
That's right. Well, talking about the big one, we have your fabulous now foie gras, right? So you made the torchon, huh?
The torchon, yes.
So tell us about, is it where you're going, or you're going to the sorpresata first?
No, I will go with the foie gras first. Just I'm going to explain it, because if you go with the sorpresata first, with the spiciness and the spiciness and the fattiness of the sorpresatas overpowering your foie gras as well. When you do your pass or your cocktail, you have to know exactly how you're putting it. If you put something very spicy before your caviar and smoked salmon, that's it. You're down.
That's right.
That's it. So
very important, dear friends, to think about your sequence and where you are and what you eat.
Yes.
And what you want to eat, and how we want our guests to actually really feel the escalation of what we're proposing.
Definitely. It doesn't mean too much to people, but it is very important, the course of your meal. Sometimes you just have a meal, and after the second course, you don't understand what's going on, because you've been burned or by high spices or high flavor from the beginning. So you lose the flavor of the next course in the following course. So you have to balance it perfectly. You have to know what you're putting first and progressively going to the next level.
That's right. Life is a rhythm. It's a sequence. And it's an elevation. I love that. So you've been making your foie gras all those years, huh?
Oh, yes.
You love it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I mean, what not to love, not to... Well, I mean, I love foie gras. I'm not convincing you to love foie gras, but I love foie gras. Yeah, there's nothing bad about it. I just love it. So, little foie gras au torchon. So the foie gras torchon is marinated with cognac, Armagnac, and some sweet wine from Jean Charles. Marinate for 24 hours, and it's cooked in a duck fat for 8 hours, very low temperature, to make sure you don't break the
and temperature more or less
of 120 degrees.
Yeah.
120 degrees. You're not cooking. You're comfy.
That's right.
Low temperature for a very long time. I mean, everybody can have their own recipe. That is my recipe.
And then what else do you add after that?
Aha! I cannot tell you.
I know there's a little trick, dear friends.
There's always a little trick.
I was there and I saw him making it.
So, of course, foie gras is fat. You need some hot
Knife.
to make like butter.
Ooh, I like how you then
Yes.
caress it from the top, so you make it.
Yeah, you have to make it nice and smooth. You know, it's like velvet. It's like champagne. You have to.
Velvet.
Yeah, you have to respect the product and the ingredient. So it's so delicate. You have to make sure we're doing the right thing for it.
Look at how beautiful that is.
Yes. So we.
So you don't spread it.
No. We need the bite. We need the bite.
Exactly.
We need the bite to it. So on a foie gras, the perfect balance of fattiness is saltiness or sweetness. And for foie gras, what I like to do is to use this fantastic fig jam at your vineyard in Renard. You have a fantastic fig tree.
Yes, you saw it.
Outstanding, and the
At
chef
Raymond Vineyards, dear friends.
and the chef over there is so talented to make this fantastic fig jam, and we need to try it. And I tried this
cannot
morning.
wait.
Is the fig jam is wow.
And dear friends, I'm sure during this extraordinary pandemic, you've been making a lot of bread. It has been the biggest hobby for all of us, is to make bread at home. This is sourdough. This is unbelievable, from the yeast all the way from San Francisco, from the Bay, from the 1850s. And Raphael has been making this bread, which is really dense and rich and tight.
Yes.
Which I think will be great for this.
It's going to be a perfect bite.
Yes.
It's going to be a perfect bite. Oh wow, the feed.
So now I can help to display. So do I go on the extreme side or
No,
in the middle?
In the middle.
Yeah, because we'll start here.
Yes, correct.
And then we want our guests to progress, right?
Exactly. So if you
I love this idea of not giving too much choice to people as they come and enjoy your food. You know why?
yeah, it's not a meal, it's a bite.
That's right. And we want to take them on a journey. It's always about imagination, and as they come to your home, you don't want them to be on a buffet and start by the end and don't know where to go. I think it's important to guide them as we are doing now.
It's exactly what we need to do if we want to have the perfect meal. Because end of the day, it's about perfection.
How many amuse-bouche do you recommend before a big meal? As we're going to have tonight, we're going to have 4 courses.
Yeah, 3. I think 3 is perfect number. Is to balance and to be able to bring all the flavor you want to set up your palate for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you go 5 or 7,
It's not a meal anymore.
it's a
It's
first
It's not the
course.
first. Yeah, it's the first course. So, Jean-Charles, I think you have to.
So now I'm going to show you, dear friends, how good looking it is. And then, I'm very pleased to tell you that with the Journeyman here in Hillsburg, in Sonoma, we were able to partner together and make a handcrafted sorpresata. So it's this beautiful saucisson. And we, in fact, aged it with Zinfandel. So it's really going to be great to have with this because we're going to use a few toast, right? So
Yes.
tell us about those. Brioche?
Brioche toast, of course. Brioche, homemade brioche. I mean, everything in JCB is homemade.
That's it.
Everything he's making here. There's no other way to do it. We make it. If you want the perfection, making yourself. So it's what it is. So
Very true.
yeah, it's true. So here we have a fantastic sorpresata, very thin slice on a brioche crostini.
Very nice. No butter.
No butter.
I always want to be excessive.
I mean,
Yes.
we can use your fantastic mustard if we want to go far.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Well, we could. Let me get it.
Yes.
I think it's a great idea.
Improvisation is always the best one.
Well, we make this incredible mustard. We have many at the Oakville Grocery as well. And as you can see, we're in the house. We have all the ingredients from the Oakville Grocery. I really recommend you all do the same. Because this mustard, old recipe all the way
wow.
from Burgundy.
Oh wow.
I think it's going to really work out perfectly. Yeah.
A little touch of homemade mustard.
Voila. And look at how cute it is. That's, I think, the beauty of it. It's really adorable, isn't it?
Definitely.
And simple to make in many ways. Voila, dear friends. The bell is ringing. The guests are arriving. And look what we have for them.
Yes.
Are you happy with it?
I'm fantastic. I'm very happy.
And it's very simple, as you could see. It's cut, being precise, not putting too much.
No, just enough. Just enough to balance all the ingredients and just set up your palate for the next course.
Voila, voila. Don't forget your JCB Caviar. And there we are.